Gemini, hi, how are you? Welcome back to Medicine Tarot. This is going to be your January 2020 reading. It's so exciting. By the time you are listening to this, it's probably going to be the new year. So fun fact, my mom's a Gemini and I finally shared the my channel with her. So she's probably going to watch this. Hi, Mom. Very, very exciting. So much beautiful healing taking place right now, as well as gearing up, as well as there's like a lighting, becoming lighter. There's a becoming lighter for Gemini, which how much lighter can you get, dear air sign? I'm gonna open up the cards. Give me a second. Okay. Everybody's going through paradigm shifts, and the thing that's very interesting about this time right now is that everybody's so conscious of the change. Many of us are inviting the change. Many of us are not afraid of the change. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but at the same time, like, everybody understands the necessity around certain changes that internally, their own internal changes. I don't have a friend or a neighbor or a coworker that I don't see that with on some level. Is that the case always for humans? I don't think so. But something about the decade, is it just the numerological, like the decade, the year, no, I think it's deeper. I think it's more spiritual. I'll stop chatting you up. Let's get into your reading. Well, that is what your reading's about, right? What you haven't been able to walk away from because you haven't been able to understand it. That's now changing. The things that you're like, I don't know why this keeps taking from me. I don't know why this keeps defeating me. There's a conflict and defeat came up around spiritual strength and around motion forward. There's a direct change now taking place in your awareness of what? Awareness, this is you, the hermit, turning on the light inside of yourself to see. Awareness expansion on what takes from you, what you haven't understood. And when we do that, you guys, we have to be very gentle with ourselves. When your 3-year-old doesn't understand math, you are gentle with that 3-year-old. Anytime someone doesn't understand something, including ourselves, being rough or being decisive, like, okay, I'm not going to do this ever and anymore again. That doesn't really work, does it? Because we all want to change. We all want to grow in awareness and love and all the things. But there's some things we just can't wrap our little hands around, and so we must be gentle in this process. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. You know the few areas in your life where you no longer want to be in. The end. This is what I'm talking about. It's going to be different for all of you. But the reason why you know you don't want to stay there is because you feel conflict and defeat. You feel unrest. You feel like you can never fully rest from this. It's right here. I'm not making it up. And as you embark on this new direction now, very frankly, very quickly, swiftly, efficiently, the universe says, well, what are you offering and what are you not offering to yourself? It's like this. And if you are offering defeat, ¿por qué? Why? Why? I have hermit in reverse, not upright, in reverse, which means not aware. And that's okay. But here's our conversation to get further information. So, offering defeat, things being offered to you, you're receiving defeat. Okay? Someone is offering, you receive something negative. That's changing now. And you are healing that part of you so that you may move forward faster, quicker. There is more energy, more happy from you. But it has everything to do with what you are giving and what you are not giving, aka what you are receiving and what you are not receiving. I'm gonna get more specific and clear. Hang tight. I just can't do it very fast, okay? And it's important that we go slow, because when we go slow, the little babies inside of ourselves catch up and they hear that there's no one there to yell at us, right? Because that's what we do. We're yelling at ourselves that we're messing up. And so if we go slow and gentle, then we know there's no one out there yelling. We're here to create solution, change. We're here to support and love, okay? So, thank you. There is definitely a transformation taking place for you here. Don't resist it. Don't think that, well, if I didn't get it in the last 20 years, I won't get it in the next 20. Not true. Not true. Something special, too, is happening. So let's talk about this. Sorry, I'm like, I need the cards. Guys, give me a second. Sorry about that. I just need more information because all right. Inasmuch as we are having issues feeling like people around us are fair, or feeling like people see us as the wonderful people that we are, right? Like getting recognition or getting people being fair. I like fair with us, not hurting us, all those things. Inasmuch as we're having issues in feeling in control in that dynamic, what is the governing factor of how you're going to finally heal this and change it and twist it into what works for you has everything to do with you seeing how much power you have in choosing interpretation. Before, when, let's say you're having an issue with your daughter, before when your daughter was like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Instead of seeing it as her being rude to you, right? You see it as her expressing her own anger or her own pain. When you somebody at work as being crazy. You see it as their own. It's very much about the interpretation, because Gemini, I'm seeing here heartache. I'm seeing injustice around your power, losing your power, not feeling in control, not getting the offers that you want. I'm seeing you trying to heal. You need rest. You feel conflict, defeat. You feel not good, my friend, right? Check in with how you are interpreting. Look at somebody's actions, like grudges. Let's say you're holding a grudge, or you're like, well, this hasn't worked out in 500 years with my husband, because I'm also seeing soulmate relationship here come up, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. There is your relationship with your husband or wife or significant other is also under the spotlight of healing at the moment. I promise you. But it won't get healed in the way that you think it needs healed, because your interpretation of most things doesn't serve you. The way you're interpreting other people's actions potentially and stuff, it's not serving you. Just think about that for a second. You may feel like a victim, like you got stabbed in the back, or life handed you the wrong freaking cards. But if we take a step back and disassociate from the interpretation that this has been done unto us, like the knife in your heart, right? What if the person was just doing this and you happen to be right in front of them? Does that make sense? You must now think in a way that serves you, because this is all about you. And forgiveness isn't about pardoning pain that you've felt for many years, but it's about, I will serve myself. So it is actually selfish. It is actually self-beneficial. It is all these things that we hold against other people. We're like, I'm the victim, but you know what? I'm not being selfish. I'm being kind to you. I'm being giving. And that's why I've allowed myself to be a victim, right? That's why there's an injustice here. But the universe is trying to help us speak it differently. And thereby gaining awareness. Huh? The universe is trying to say, instead of feeling like it has been, okay, let me say it differently. When you understand your interpretation of what has occurred, you hear it as if it wasn't you, like someone speaking. Then you will see who the players are, right? But maybe if we just stop offering this interpretation, we change the interpretation and we offer up another one, we'll be able to not resist a transformation that creates us the power to take these swords out of our heart, to get out of defeat, and to get into our own strength. And no, it doesn't mean that you're just going to like forget everything and be happy. No. But the yeah. If you need any help with that, email me. But because it gets specific, you know, I presented something here, but when we start applying this, it gets specific. I get it. I hope I gleaned some light into this. I love this. Look at this light too that's coming into the window. That's like shining on the Emperor and the Three of Swords. I think that's a sign Okay? It's a sign. Let's talk about something else. The interpretation. The thing that sucks about feeling defeated is that we stop seeing ourselves. We don't give ourselves credit anymore. If you say, hey, this person defeated me, or, you know, I feel defeated by these circumstances, whatever they are, we also give up any kind of knowing about how amazing we are. Like, it hurts double. Okay, good. They're saying stick with your plans. Whatever plans you have going on right now, stay there. Keep going. Okay. Also, stay in love with love. Love is only going to lead you in the right direction. Like, whatever actions you're creating out of love, I don't know, maybe that resonates. Yeah, and what's going to, oh my gosh, I'm excited. You guys are gonna like be so different in 5 months. Even like, there's like some really powerful like shifty here for you, because you have more. You are being asked to practice your voice. Interesting. Change. The only reason you were stuck is because you didn't understand your magnificence. The only reason you feel stuck is because you're not seeing how amazing you are. And you're allowing this defeat to defeat that relationship with yourself. The change is going to come through you practicing your voice in a positive way. And when you do that, then things open up to you. You'll see the things you didn't do before, you didn't want to do before, you didn't feel like you could do them before. Now you can. This is beautiful. And you're not the person you used to be. You're much more loving, you're much more patient, you're much more gentle with yourself. Your relationship with yourself has changed. You have seen yourself go through so much. It's almost like, imagine like we have a relationship, right? We enter a relationship with self when we're born, and then we're in marriage with self. Well, after 40, 50, 60, 30 years of marriage, we just know how to love that person better, right? But you need to start practicing that, right? Because you are in a blessed, wow. Because on many levels, there is a blessed union here between two people, or maybe they're referencing this relationship with you and you. It's like there's blessings in this unification with yourself, and it will come out into other relationships around you. You have not been forgotten. The universe didn't forget you. God didn't just leave you in some bad stuff and bye, you know? Things will shift, things will change, things will heal on a cellular level for you. But we must start listening to our interpretation to get that motion going. And I would be honored to help you with that. You're doing amazing, my friend. And anytime you start freaking yourself out, stop. Just stop. There's no need. attention. You're gonna, wow. Also, cool. The universe is like sending you little like messages, or it's like you're like, oh, and you're like seeing things or hearing things, or like signs are happening. Like that sign, that was a sign for me, you know, to believe in the healing of that. You need to rest too. Remember to rest. Rest, 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 rest. 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 Don't be hard on yourself. You're not lazy when you're resting. You're lazy when you're like at work, not working or something. Whatever. I don't like the word lazy. I'm gonna stop using that. That's something that I picked up from other people. No one's lazy. People are unmotivated. They feel limited, and so they don't go out and do stuff, but they're not lazy. No one is. It sounds like that's a punishment word. Do not say that to yourself anymore. Do not, because it's not true. You're not lazy. You are magnificent. And you need rest too. Because in that rest, you're aligned with more positive energy. When you align with more positive, self-loving energy, then you come from a better place. So rest is not waste. Rest is alignment too. Okay, darling? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of this. I'm going to be on Patreon, which I am not yet, but I will let you know when I am. The way everything is moving for me, I'm going to branch out into, well, it's not that I'm branching out, I'm already there, into posting content that discusses like specific therapeutic practices, healing, psychotherapy, but from an angle of the spiritual, because when you add the two together, you create much bigger, faster, and more amazing change. Does that make sense? So I will be posting all kinds of conversations and trying to enlighten, never mind. I will talk about it when I see you. Have an amazing January. Bye.